57-pound Mounjaro weight loss. What I eat in a day. Honey, I start my day off with a cup of coffee, and it's absolutely delicious because the Count made it for me. Woohoo! I am obsessed with coffee, and it was Starbucks. I ended up making some of my amazing Nugget Ice. Y'all know I am obsessed with Nugget Ice, and it fits perfectly into my 40-ounce tumbler. I found that 40-ounce tumblers work really, really well for me to making sure that I have 3 within the day, and sure enough, I did for today's what I eat in a day. I just had it with water. Normally, I have it with my electrolytes. Today, I didn't feel like it, so I just had some water to start the day off with my coffee on my 57-pound weight loss journey. Next up, I decided I was going to make some sous vide egg bites with them with the Duke, but before I did any of that, I wanted a second cup of coffee because coffee is life. I had another cup of coffee, and then next up, I did end up making those egg sous vides, which are super, super simple. I ended up making extra for some meal prep just so we would have some quick, easy breakfasts. But for me, with my Mounjaro weight loss journey, I have found protein is so important for me. Now, I'm on day 6 of having my injection, so tomorrow will be my injection, so I am much hungrier than what I normally am of taking Mounjaro on day 1 or day 2. So getting my protein in, super important, and I threw some veggies in there because I was trying to clean out, your girl was trying to clean out her fridge. So I ended up adding some extra leftover, part of a chopped pepper, part of a chopped onion, and using the sous vide egg cooker is really, really simple to be able to mass produce them, shall we say. Move over to the big box stars. I've got my sous vides on the way. No, all joking aside though, they're seriously really easy. The Duke ended up helping me partially. He didn't stay for the whole time, but for partially because I made a bunch of them and I had ended up getting a bunch of eggs in bulk. And so it was really, really easy to be able to go through and make this, which made it really, really nice just to quickly have some grabbies for breakfast in the freezer. Next, I took my Bellway super gummy, our super fiber gummies. I am obsessed with these. The reason why I ended up getting them is because they are the only organic fiber gummy on the market. They're vegan, kosher, gluten-free, and they have in there 0 grams of sugar. That for me was super, super important with 4 grams of chicory root probiotic fiber per serving, but it's 0 grams of sugar. Bellway is also FSA and HSA approved as well, or eligible. You can go down below in the description and get Countess to get an extra 25% off of your order at bellway.com. I am completely obsessed with these gummies. I ended up getting the raspberry lemon. They're so good. Just be mindful to wait 2 or 3 hours after having your medication, and then you can take them. So I had my medication in the morning and just waited 2 hours. We ended up driving to a farm because I wanted to get some less local produce. Honey, it's 97 degrees outside. It was freaking so hot, but I wanted to support a local farm in the area that's not super, super far away. And they have the best produce. It's really good. And I ended up getting from there. They had already had a cucumber salad. So I ended up ordering some of their cucumber salad. And I ended up getting a salad also for my lunch, my Mounjaro weight loss lunch. And then I also ended up getting, they had pulled pork sandwich. I was too full at this point. And so I ended up just having half of it, and the Duke had the other half of it. And the dressing was a balsamic dressing. They had some local berries in there, peaches, tomatoes, chopped pepper, and I had a bubbly lemon drink, which bubblies are, oh my gosh, they're so good. So I ended up having that, and it was perfect, and I got really, really full off of that. It's weird that these small little portions make me so full, but I bought this new watermelon cutter. Now, this is the first time I used it, and I look kind of like a ding-dong not being able to use it here, but really it's the easiest thing since sliced bread. You just swipe it. Sweep. And then you use the fork. It's not a bent fork. One of my friends is like, is that a bent fork? Because I showed it on Instagram, on Countess of Shopping Instagram. It's not a bent fork. It is a watermelon slicer. And so my kid can use this, which is why I bought it, because he loves watermelon, as do I. It's really easy to cut up watermelon. And then I have my meal prep board, which I'll also put in the description link below. It's really simple to do meal prep, but this board collects all of the juice from the juicy watermelon, which is really nice. Now that was user error of that one drop that's falling off the side, but look how simple it is. It's so easy to get your watermelon to do meal prep with it. And it comes on the right-hand side. You see these holders. It comes with 4 of them. So one of them I usually use for scraps, and then the other 3, they have lids. I'll put them just in the refrigerator after I'm done. So It was the easiest meal prep to get all of this fresh produce that I got from the local farm. I felt like such a champion today. Have you ever had those days where you're like, champion? I did. I bought local, had local produce, was getting my protein in, got my juice so it wasn't completely like splitter splattering all on my countertops, popped that bad boy lid on, and then could roll on with them too. And they're dishwasher safe, which you guys know it has to be dishwasher safe. Next up, I needed to film a bunch of stuff for, you guys know, for a living. I live stream for various companies and brands. And so I had to get some footage in for an upcoming show that I'm going to be doing. It was so hot. Literally, I was like ready to throw that coconut in my face and jump into that pool. So I ended up coming home and having some more watermelon after I did that photo shoot. And then I also did end up having another thing of Stanley and of course more Nugget Ice. If you guys don't have this ice maker, you need to get one. It's down in the description link below. It's really simple to be able to make the Nugget Ice Trays. I find the Nugget Ice Trays are easier than the actual nugget ice makers. And I also like these because I think they're so fun. It encourages me to drink water, particularly when I'm full on Mounjaro, that I don't need to eat food. If I'm full, I need to listen to my body. I don't need to eat a ton of food. I can have water, or I can have my electrolytes, or I can have a cup of decaf coffee. Mr. Freddy is here. The Count decided to cook dinner, which was so good. And it's from our meal delivery service, which I am obsessed with. So he cooked dinner. It was a Greek gyro bowl. It was so good. It had in there, and I ended up having him put in some extra produce from the local farm in addition to what got delivered, just because I wanted extra veggies, but it came with the protein. You can opt to get organic, by the way. I just didn't, but you could if you wanted to. It's so good. It's so easy. The Count does not like to cook. His favorite thing is ordering out, and he actually really likes this one because he can cook it. He's like, I have the ingredients, I have the instructions. It's really, really simple to do. And we ended up getting these new pots, which I'm obsessed with these pots. If you're looking for new pots, oh my goodness, they make me so happy. Like literally, I'm obsessed with them. But so he made them. It was some orzo in there. And like I said, I ended up having more produce than I did orzo, but I did have some orzo with mine. It came with feta cheese, a delicious sauce. It came with the vegetables. And it came with the orzo. It came with the beef in there, or the gyro. It was beef that was the gyro meat in there. But look at that. And the tzatziki sauce. Oh my gosh. My husband, as if I couldn't love the Count anymore, he made that for me. I'm like, you are amazing. I wanted to tell him, I was like, less orzo, more vegetables. So I ended up, after I videotaped this, putting more veggies in. I like dumped some more veggies in. I wasn't trying to be me. I didn't want to be picky for him cooking me dinner. And he cooked it for the Duke as well. Isn't that so sweet? For dessert, I ended up going to Starbucks to get a Trenta Iced Passion Tango tea. No sweetener in there. It's literally just iced tea and a decaf iced Americano with a splash of heavy cream. That was my dessert because we decided to have a fire pit outside. My little kid wanted to put out these citronella things to have with the fire pit to keep the bugs away, because you can see in the back the fireflies are going. I wanted them. I just didn't want the mosquitoes. So we ended up having a little outdoor time, and I sipped on my Starbucks while I was doing that. Don't forget to get your Bellway super fiber gummies linked down in the description link below, and use your 25% off code Countess to get them off Bellway.com. And then we ended up having a final late night, not late night, but we ended up having a walk and to close out the day.